Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Sunday morning dooger. Oh my goodness. How strange. Let me tweet. Yeah, sorry. OBS, this issue, it's an issue with OBS and the camera, and we used to have the problem, and then the problem stopped, and we didn't have the issue anymore, and then we updated OBS, and now we have the problem again. Where basically anytime I'm like, great, I would like to go to the scene with my webcam in it now, or I would like to check it and make sure the webcam's working, it crashes. It's very strange. And all my drivers are updated, everything. So I literally don't know why this happens, but it's very annoying. OBS behave. It says never. I'm open source. I do what I want. Yeah, okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Let me just really quick make it so this stops auto-focusing. Thank you. Wonderful. Where's that park? I have no idea. I went royalty-free stock park photos. That's how I found that. So no clue. Don't know. my darling husband. My sister-in-law, so we're getting Clarky's haircut today, but my sister-in-law messaged him and was like, does Clark want to come do some scootering with her cousin, our nephew? And I said, yeah, I'm sure she'd love that. And then when I'm done working, we'll just like go pick her up and do the haircut thing. And then as a family, we can have dinner together before God Forged and bedtime and stuff. It's a packed weekend. Yeah, so I was like, it's fine, I'll start work and then I'll help like get her ready to get out the door when her aunt is coming to grab her. But it turned into a whole like, Clark was like, but I need to get ready now because she's that kid, but I need to get ready now. I need to be wearing the perfect outfit. So she did like 18 costume changes, and then started to like get really upset because she couldn't find her fairy wings and was like, but I want to be a unicorn fairy on my scooter. It was like a whole thing. We're like, oh, sweetheart. So we helped her find all of her stuff. So Sam's up now. He's up. He's doing the whole thing. He's like, just go work. I was like, okay. Originally, I think I want a sparkly one. I think I want my other earring to be sparkly today. Do you like my new Alphonse sweater? I found a like Anya smirk t-shirt and I was like, I have to get that for Sam. And then I saw that they had this and I was like, well, shit, I guess I'll get that for me too. Me like, I really need to stop buying like, a bunch of clothes. We have plenty of clothing. I'm not gonna buy clothing. And then people make things that are really cute and I'm like, maybe I'll just get one. Yeah, if you can't be on your scooter pretending to be a unicorn fairy, then like why even get the scooter, Yeah, so I'm sorry that I didn't tweet. I honestly didn't even think about it because for some reason I had stated during the stream on Friday that I wasn't going to do Saturday morning dooger, that I was going to swap it to Sunday. And then I knew that my mods knew that because they had talked about it in the mod chat. And I, for some reason, was not like, oh, I should also tweet about this because not everybody was there for Friday. Yeah, yesterday was just a lot. There was a lot going on. I had said on Friday, like, I think that, you know, I got sick off the back of something else, but I think over the weekend I'm going to be fine. I woke up yesterday and felt like absolute shit. And I was like, Sam, I'm going to do my best today. I don't know how much of the shit I'm going to get done today. I'm going to do my best. Hi, Sherlock. Love you. But, like, today might be a lot. So Clark had her, like, dance music-y class. And then there were 2 birthdays yesterday. One of her new, like, pretty close friends from her new school, and then also our niece. Both of their birthdays were yesterday. And Clark is at an age where she likes to be involved in the gift buying process, right? So, like, during the week we couldn't get gifts, so I was like, okay. Before I was feeling like shit, I was like, Clarky, you and I were gonna get gifts together on Saturday after your class, and then we'll wrap them up at home, have lunch, and then we'll go to these birthdays, right? Sick me was really upset that I made that choice. I was like, I should have just gotten them myself. but it was fine. Yeah, so Clark had her class, and then we went. I had the old mask on. I was like, I'm not out here trying to get anybody sick. I'm just trying to get a goddamn gift, right? So we went to a store. Clark picked out, honestly, like, the perfect gifts in both situations. We came home, wrapped them all up. I made us quesadillas. We ate a bunch of food. I took her to the first birthday. I was like, you know what? It's the middle of the day. Sometimes when you're, like, congested, when it's like a congestion-y sort of sickness, you're like, well, about halfway through the day, you're feeling okay. Maybe, you know, halfway through the day, like, some of this shit's drained, you know, you feel like I could do a couple more things. So by the middle of the day, and I'm wrapping everything, I was like, I'll take her to the first birthday. I can do that. I'll keep the mask on. I'll try to stay away from people, right? It'll be fine. So, I took her to the first birthday, and it went fine. Hilariously, we had gotten, this kid, so it's, kids make no goddamn sense to me. The way that they play and interact with each other is so fucking funny. So this kid, the very first birthday that we went to, when she started big school, you remember when we were like, she's just started school and she already has 2 birthdays to go to. So the very first birthday that she went to, we met this kid, and she was like, Clark is the coolest. I love Clark. I want to spend every minute with Clark. Her mom was like, yeah, she literally refused to play with anybody until Clark got here. Like, I'm so glad that there's at least one kid that she likes playing with, you know, all this stuff. So, we were like, oh, that's very cute. So they obviously get along, you know. And Clark at a certain point was like, I want to play with somebody else, and went to play with somebody else. And this girl got really upset. And then at one point she came over to me and was like, I really want to hang out with you. I want to, like, hold your hand and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, sure. And then, this girl came over and was like, Clark, I want to hold your hand. And Clark was like, no, I'm holding my mom's hand right now. And she got so upset and, like, ran off crying. And I, again, trying to make sure that my kid doesn't become a super people pleaser like I was like, look, you don't have to hold somebody's hand if you don't want to. You don't have to play with somebody if you don't want to, you know, like, she'll be fine. Don't worry about it. And Clark was like, nice. You know, it was just totally fine. So, yeah, cut to now, and this kid's mom at pickup to Sam had been like, you know, my kid is so excited for Clark to come to her birthday, like, I can't wait, it's gonna be so fun, like, I just want to make sure that Clark's gonna be there, because if she's not, I think my kid's gonna lose it. So, bring Clark to the birthday, right? Clark goes off to play, comes over to me all sad. I was like, what's going on? And she was like, she doesn't want to play with me. I was like, oh. She's like, yeah, I went over to play with her and say happy birthday, and she said she doesn't want to play with me. And I was like, again, reiterating, she doesn't have to play with you either, homie. She doesn't have to hang out with you. She doesn't want to. And I was also like a little bit relieved. Like, because I had friends when I was little where it was like, you're my only friend. You have to play with me all the time, right? And I was so worried that like at 4 years old, she was already going to have a friend like this, right? Who was like, I only want to play with you. You're my only friend, right? And so I was kind of relieved, like, that this kid was like, no, I'm busy playing with other people, you know? So yeah, I was like, Clark, she doesn't have to play with you either. You know, like, we had a birthday a while back where you wanted to play with other people and she got upset. She wants to play with other people and now you're getting upset. It's totally fine. You have other friends here. You can play with other people. And Clark was like, okay. Like, walked off and played with other kids. It's like, okay, great. It's just so funny. Sunday morning, Brett. I know. I was just explaining that yesterday was too much. There was too much shit going on yesterday, so I swapped days. So we stream on Sunday now. Just for this week. Just for this week. Hi. Come on then. Get in here. Yeah, took her to this birthday. There's a parent that I've talked to a couple times now that I think is just super cool. Like, she's extremely chill. There's a couple of parents actually that I feel like I get along with really well. Oh my god, one of them, so I had said that I missed the parent meeting, right? The PTA meeting. I didn't go to it. And so I got cornered at this birthday, which was totally fine. Because again, as I said, I was actually interested in doing PTA stuff, right? So I got cornered by a parent who was like, I went to the PTA meeting. It's across all years at this school, and 8 people showed up, and one of them was my husband. I'm begging you. I'm begging you, please. Please come to the PTA meeting. Please. I was like, okay. She's like, you don't have to do a whole lot of shit. Like, there's different levels of commitment. You can literally, like, you know, if you want to just like wrap a few gifts for the Christmas event, like, that's fine. Like, just please. I was like, no, I'm actually, I do want to do it. It's just the time of that meeting was so unbelievably inconvenient. So if it wasn't, I would have been there. It just was not, it was not the right time for me. We'll take literally anyone. Do they have snacks? It was at a bar. The PTA meeting happened at a bar. So I was like, yeah, I bet it's a fun time. I bet it's great. You just chill, you have some pub food, you talk about kids a little bit, and then you leave, right? So yeah, there's two parents, there's 2 moms specifically that I get along with pretty well. So that's nice. Oh my god, also at that first birthday, one of the kids that Clark went to preschool with was at the birthday. And Clark was so funny about it. She ran over and she was like, "Mommy, I have a surprise for you." I was like, "Do you?" And she was like, "Yes, there's a boy here that I know." And I was like, "I know. There's quite a few boys here that you know. You've told me everyone's names." And she was like, No. There's a boy here that I know from preschool." And I was like, "Oh." Yeah, it was literally like, brace yourself. You're about to be shocked to your core. There is a kid here that I know in this small town. It's like, oh my God. I know, it was very cute. You could tell that she was excited because like the the nursery / preschool situation she was in, she was there for what, like 2 years, a year and a half. So she got to know those kids really well. So you could tell, even though I don't think this was a kid she like spent a lot of time with, they were so excited to see each other because of the familiarity. You know, it was very sweet. I was like, oh. I miss being a kid and being excited to bump into somebody I used to go to school with. Yeah, dude. I was actually thinking about that. I was like, oh my God. It depends on the person, but for the most part, when I go to my hometown and I run into somebody I went to high school with, I'm like, fuck. I hate it. I hate it. And yeah, by the time we got home from that, I was like, Sam, I'm tapping out. I know I said I would go to everything that I could. I've done it. He was like, you've done really well. Good job. I was like, thank you. Here, have this. Oh my gosh! Androlian redeemed Valentine and said, I hit a personal milestone in my art this week. It's partly thanks to the amazing chill vibes of the community keeping me sane on the weekly and the inspirational creative energy in the Discord. Thank y'all for being awesome. What a sweet message. I'm so happy for you. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh, my back, dude. Crimson J, thank you very much for all the gifted subs. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Everybody who has just gifted a sub, be sure to thank Jay for those. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. My hair is starting to get to like just the right length where it feels not Bieberish, but it feels like it's trying to be. Feels like it's trying to be a little Bieberish. I'm gonna need to start like sweeping it backwards again, like I did when the top was a little bit longer. Because I actually really like it when all of this hair is like swept back. I think that's a good vibe for me, but not when it does this. You have to like train it to do that, you know? Hair rebelling and deciding to Bieber. The worst. I can't believe my hair would do this to me. I heard Beaver-ish. No, Bieber, like Justin Bieber. It's a little Bieber-ish. Try. Gotta get up and try again. What's Justin Bieber doing nowadays? He still does music. He's still like, I feel like he guests on tracks more than like makes them lately. I was watching a video about like the psychological horror of that song that he put out. Oh my god, what song was that? That weird song that he put out like a couple years ago that was just awful, and then he was like literally begging people to listen to it. Still duck butt? I mean, probably. You'd know better than me. I can't see back there. Yummy Yummy, that one. Yummy Yummy. It was a terrible song. And somebody just like stitched together a bunch of clips of him like getting on TikTok and like on little video chats with fans and stuff and being like, hey, stream Yummy Yummy. Hey, make sure that you pre-order Yummy Yummy. Oh, I was like, watch the Matic video. Watch the music video. Gotcha. It's about child exploitation in the music industry. Yummy Yummy is? Am I thinking of the right song? Hold on. Never mind, I don't want to look at this right now. Never mind, I don't want to look at all of that stuff. I've had a TikTok for a while. Just to like browse around. I don't have a TikTok that I use for stuff, for like work, you know? But I have wanted to... I was actually just talking with Summer about this yesterday. I would love to like do little like TikTok videos from the streams and stuff, and the YouTube shorts and things. Like everybody that I know that does that has said that the outreach is insane. But for the most part, the people that make those videos, like people that know how to edit that sort of a thing, or if you go to somebody that you know that gets those videos done, most likely they've already been asked by like 8 or 9 other people, like, hey, who does your TikTok videos? And that person's already fucking overloaded with people. Monetization is poor on TikTok. It is. Oh, it's terrible. You don't make any money on TikTok. You literally do it for the outreach. Moving all the streams to Discord. Discord is adding monetization next month. To what? What? How do you monetize what? Never mind. That's another thing I'll look up later. You can get specific features on specific servers. Oh. So it's like, you can join my server, but you can only see these specific channels if you pay X amount of money to get X role. That kind of a thing. Interesting. Interesting. How does Discord make money anyway? Definitely through Nitro, at least. Nitro, at least, is money. I resisted for so long. I resisted getting Nitro for so long, and then at a certain point, I was like, I just want to be able to use my emotes and stickers wherever I want. It's such a stupid reason to get Nitro, but I feel like it's the reason most people get Nitro. So here we are. I like your jumper. Where did you get it? I'm trying to remember the name of the store. Hold on. I'm just futzing around. We added Dexbonus advertising on the stickers and emotes. I don't know if I ever told you that. No, I didn't know that. Where did I get these? I don't think I got them on Etsy. Where did I get these? Oh no, I might not remember, dude. Not that. Not that. What are those? Those are cute. This is not what I came here for. I can't find them. I'm sorry. I didn't get them on Etsy. That's all that I've been able to figure out so far. What am I drinking? I'm drinking coffee. I'm drinking one of the roasts that I'm trying for Dodger Coffee. It's not really my cup of tea, or cup of coffee, if you will. It's not really my thing, but it's very good with sugar and milk. So in a rare play, I'm drinking this coffee with sugar and milk. Dodger Coffee ships everywhere that we're allowed to ship. First stream I've been able to catch live in forever. Welcome. Sometimes it's nice to do a stream on a day when you normally don't stream. You never know who's gonna show up. My mother brought us Coffee Mate from Florida. Oh my god. Dude. Why does England hate creamer options so much? I don't use them a ton, but like... Why are the creamer options so top tier in America? And here it's like, I mean, do you have milk? That's all you need. What could you possibly need other than milk? Oh gosh, I haven't used this in a while, to be honest. Last thing that I was trying to make was a little dress. Well, I cut out the pattern for a shirt for my kid, and I sewed part of that, And then my kid came in and was like, we should make a dress for my doll. And I was like, okay. So I stopped what I was doing and we made a dress for the doll instead. Bowseron, welcome to the Cat Gang. Thank you very much for subscribing. It's because we prefer tea. Doll up your tea, dude. Oh. I messaged you, sorry. I adore you, I love you. Kisses. Sorry, Sam's asking me a thing. If they mean cream, why not say cream? Creamer is an umbrella term in America. Creamer is just anything that you use to add like creaminess to your coffee. There are lots of non-dairy versions of creamer available in America. Coffee Mate is like a huge brand. A lot of Coffee Mate is non-dairy. There's flavored ones, just straight up milk or half and half or whatever, like actual just straight up dairy products are also considered creamers if you are using it to add creaminess to your coffee. And a lot of the ones that are really popular are flavored. It's not a thing here. To be like, I want to add like, pumpkin cinnamon spice creamer into my coffee. That doesn't exist here, but you bet your bitch dollar it is in America 100%, along with 18 other flavored creamers. So you could do single or double cream like we do in the UK. Yeah, you could. They're just not as fun or taste as good. Cinnamon spice comment is a direct call out. I'm sitting here drinking a pumpkin cinnamon coffee thanks to Coffee Mate. You can get syrups, sure. Yeah. I think it's really easy for syrups to go bad. Not like rot, but like using a coffee syrup in just regular like drip coffee, which would normally be the situation in America, right? It's really easy for that to suddenly be like, wow, this tastes terrible now, right? Like either it tastes fine or it tastes terrible. It's so easy to put too much of a flavoring syrup into something, I think. Starbucks is here. It is not the biggest. Costa, I would say, is the biggest. At least in the area where I live, Costa is the biggest, like, coffee shop franchise. There are Starbuckses here, but not a ton of them. And then there's one that shows up in a lot of gas stations that's like Wild Bean or something. There's also a place called Pret à Manger that I don't see here ever in the area I'm in, but I've definitely seen it a bunch in London. So. Oh, Cafe Nero. Yeah, I've seen a Cafe Nero as well. It is an Alphonse sweatshirt. There's a Pret every 10 feet in London. Yeah. What's this music? Let's see. Stone Tower Temple. Zelda something something. Greg's or bust. I would argue Greg's is not a coffee place at all, by any stretch of the imagination. It is a place where you can offhandedly say, I'll also get a coffee. You don't go to Greg's to get a coffee, you know? Hi, Bubby. Is it your turn? Would you like to come say hi? You don't have to. You can just sit if you want. Do you want to chill or do you want to laugh? He sit. Okay. Both you and Watson, since I moved the desk, both of you guys like to just squat here sometimes. It's cute. It's cute. I like it. Sherlock wants to play dice. Oh, fuck. Do you want to roll the dice, honey? Here, how's the stream gonna go? Go on then. Can you knock it into my hand, please? Thank you. It was a 2. So, you know. Thank you. To be fair, this wasn't a D20. I grabbed the wrong one. But it was still a 2, so. I'll take it. I'll take it. A 2, it's not a 1. A normal stream then. Wow! The stream did start with an OBS crash. It did. That is true. But, like, that's kind of par, you know? When does it not start with an OBS crash? Oh. Kitty butt. Okay. Depending on the system. Fair enough. What system are we playing? How old is Sherlock now? We think that he's probably full speed ahead toward 13 years old. Because when I got him, he was at least 1. At least they thought. He was at least 1. And I've had him since December 2011. So, yeah. Clark the other day was like, Mommy, when is Watson's birthday? When did we have her last birthday party? And I had to be that terrible cat parent that was like, we've actually never celebrated anything for our cats. We've never given the cats a party. And she was like... So, she made an invitation. She made a card for a garden party that is to be held for the cats at a time to be determined. And for the last 3 days has been talking a lot about the cat garden party that she's going to throw, which I think is adorable. It's gone on for long enough that I'm feeling like we actually have to. I love that this stream still has raid content and endgame as tags. I'm not gonna get rid of them. I'm gonna leave them on there. Yeah. So now I feel like I have to go to my mother-in-law and be like, hi, can we have a garden party at your house for the cats? But the cats can't be there, right? Like, we're not gonna bring our cats to my mother-in-law's house. They would lose their fucking minds. So I'm not really sure what to do, because our garden is a chicken poop graveyard. So I don't know what the plan is here. It could be a good excuse for us to clean up the outside of our house, to be honest. Sorry, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you. I'm sorry if the first thing you heard when you got in here was chicken poop graveyard. We're talking about how my kid desperately wants to throw a party for our cats. So, yeah. Welcome. If you don't know who I am, I'm Dodger. Normally on Saturdays, I just sit here and chit-chat about life. I couldn't do it yesterday, so I'm doing it today. So welcome. If anything, it's dragged me in. Good. Oh my gosh. So TwitchCon's going on right now, right? They did a panel with actually a bunch of people that I'm in Neon Divide with, that was entirely about like VR, about VR RPs, you know, like the way that people are utilizing VR on Twitch and like all these other things. It was really interesting. I thought everybody did a really, really good job with it. Every single one of them that was up there, I think they crushed it. It made me feel a little, it was a little bittersweet to watch, because I had just been thinking to myself, like, okay, I'm trying really hard to like have a better schedule and be healthier, right? Does that mean that I should maybe not do Neon Divide anymore? Should I like should I tap out of that, because it's at such an awful time for me? And on Saturdays now, Clark has all of these things going on, you know? So like, what am I gonna do? Just be a zombie for all of Saturday while I'm like trying to, you know, take her to do things and like streaming? And it's like, I don't know what I should do with that. And then I was watching it and I was like, man, I don't want to stop doing Neon Divide. I think it's so fun. So it's just hard. You know, anytime you're like, okay, I'm gonna stop doing X, Y, and Z things so that I can, you know, have a better sleep schedule and be a better parent and etc. It's like, man, that might mean that I have to stop doing a fun thing, so that sucks. Yeah, it is what it is. I'll think about it some more. We still don't even know when the next season of Neon Divide's gonna happen, so it's fine. I'll let myself think about it for a bit. It might just wind up being yeah, it might wind up being that like I'm not there for every session, you know, and I just like talk with them about that, or about like maybe a like hyper specific thing that Moral could do, you know. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll figure it out. But like doing a thing every week that starts at 2 a.m. for me, God, that sucks. It just sucks. That is not when I'm at my prime, dude. So, but Moral didn't get to eat a single person. It's true. Moral hasn't eaten a single person. It's unfortunate. Like, I still have someone making, you know, a new Moral for me and stuff. I didn't realize it was that bad time-wise. Yeah, it's really bad. If you're in Europe, it's shitty. It is terrible trying to do Neon Divide. So, you know, unless you're a night owl, which plenty of people are, you know, Sam's batting 1,000 once it hits around midnight. That's when he's like, you know, fully alert. But someone like me, 2 a.m., I'm a zombie, dude. Which works fine with Moral, I guess. But, yeah, just trying to figure out what to do. I don't know. We'll see. The first season that I did, Neon Divide season 2, one of my flaws was literally like, Moral is sick. Moral's a sick mushroom, right? To explain me having to just vanish sometimes. Or just not be there, you know? I don't know what the reasoning would be for Moral to only be there sometimes now, but... Neon Divide talk. Yeah, Pluto, I was just saying that I'm trying to decide whether or not... I'm trying to figure out what to do about Neon Divide because the time for it is, like, so terrible for me. And I'm trying really hard to, like, take better care of myself because I keep hitting, like, really bad emotional walls and being like, I'm not doing good. I'm not okay. So trying to figure out, like, when Neon Divide starts up again, am I going to be okay doing it? Or is it going to be, like, something that contributes to me hitting another wall, you know? So yeah, we'll see. It's kind of a theme in life. Sure. I have no interest in, like, constantly smashing my head against that wall, though. I have more of an interest in figuring out where the wall is ahead of time. And being like, how do I avoid hitting that wall? I'll still hit it sometimes because, you know, maybe I'm not looking in the right direction. But it would be nice to have a better sense of where the wall is. This is Sherlock. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Chicka 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 chicka. Chicka 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 chicka. My sweet boy. Yeah, he's turning 13-ish in December. Watson, this past August, turned 9. So, you're getting older, dude. My kitties. Clark asked how long chickens live today. And I was like, I actually haven't looked. I haven't wanted to look to see how long to expect our chickens to be around for. And it said, chickens die anywhere from 3 to 10 years old. 3 to 10? What the fuck? What? That's such a huge window. With rats, I knew like 2 or 3 years old. That was it, you know? It's sad, but at least I was mentally prepared. 2 to 3, somewhere in there, we were good to go. I assume the reason that it's such a huge window for chickens is because there are tons of different breeds of chickens. Chickens are also super, I've realized this since getting them. They're so unbelievably susceptible to like pests, to parasites, like all kinds of shit. They get sick super easily. So, you know, I guess there's also that contributing. It's just really easy for them to get very sick. How old are your chickens? We got them when they were already adults. I actually don't know how old they were when we got them, so that doesn't help. But we've had them for about 1.5 years. Chickens are not the strongest class. What are you irritated about? Hey, what are you doing? Why are you staring at the wall while your tail flicks all over the place? You okay? Okay. As long as he's happy. I think he does like it though. I think he and Watson, I think, really like that I moved everything. They both seem to really like this, like, this pipeline of like jump up, walk across the table, go to window, come out of window, get in lap. Like that seems to be like the process a lot. This is the same room. Yeah, I was like this and now I'm like this. Bookshelf is right there. I would love to put it behind me. It's just a pain in the ass project, so I'm avoiding it. When we watch TV, my cat sits on the couch and looks at the back cushion. Clark's best friend's parents. We were making small talk. I was talking about the chickens, and I was like, do you guys have any pets? And they were like, we have a snake. And her mom goes, yeah, we have a snake, and it exclusively likes watching Call the Midwife. I was like, what? She goes, yeah, we've tried putting on all kinds of things on TV to see if he'll show an interest. The only thing that he will watch with rapt attention and just stare at it is Call the Midwife. It's the only show. I was like, that is incredibly funny. She's like, we've tried putting like snake shows on, all kinds of stuff. He doesn't care. He just wants Call the Midwife. What are snake shows? I think a lot of times people assume that animals will be really interested in shows with either the same animal as them. So like cats might like watching a show with cats, or at least get kind of squirrely about it, right? Like hearing a cat meow through the TV. Or they'll like watching a show of something that they like to eat or chase, right? So I think it makes sense for them to be like, yeah, we tried putting a show on of like a snake to see if he was interested in watching another snake, but he wasn't. Yeah, my cats never watch TV either. My cats have never given a shit about what's on TV. You can find stuff, yeah, you can find stuff that's specifically, I think there are YouTube channels that do this. There are videos and like music that you can find that's specifically like, these are things to put on for your cat, or these are things to put on for your dog that are intended to like stimulate them somehow. Either, you know, help them like chill out, or just be like visually engaging for them, or auditorily. Snake jazz, yeah, sure. There are iPad games for cats. My friend's cat is sick at them. I don't know why that's so funny. My friend's cat crushes it at cat iPad games. Yeah, Stray. God, people were talking about that all the time when Stray first came out. The cats watching Stray content. My old cat used to love watching StarCraft too. Yeah, I don't think Sherlock has ever really watched anything. Watson used to follow the mouse around. When I would like use the mouse, she would watch the mouse flip between monitors and very gently like try to tap it. Oh my god. I have no idea how to pronounce that. I'm very sorry, but welcome to the Cat Gang. Thank you very much for subscribing. What time is it in Lunkton? I wish it was called Lunkton. In England, currently, it's 2:15. Oh yeah, Sherlock, can I look at your little... Come here for a sec. Oh, big boy. He doesn't want to. I'll see them just really quick. I wanted to make sure this thing wasn't growing too long, honey. Because you don't have teeth to rip the caps off like other cats do. I haven't, so Joe sent me a list of some demos. My hands are covered in Sherlock slobber now. Joe sent me some demos that he thought we would really like. So next week, Wednesday, is the start of our week off. So I'll be here for Monday, Tuesday, and then Sam and I are taking a week off together from Wednesday to Wednesday. So I'll only have a couple of days to potentially look at demos if that's what we want to do. But yeah, it'll be a short week. Yeah, it'll be nice. Demo Fest ends tomorrow. Nice, that seems right. The only demo this time I really liked was Potionomics. Interesting. I might be doing a sponsored stream for Potionomics, so I wasn't gonna play it until that. I won't miss any streams on my move out to Portland. Sometimes it all lines up perfect. Yeah, it's not confirmed, but it was floated by, so we'll see. One of the things that I did want to do, because we have those 2 games to test out Twitch integrations on. So the Tenants, if any of you guys remember that game, we played that game when it was in early access, I think. The Tenants is trying out some Twitch integration stuff, and they've asked if we would be interested in trying it out. So there's that. And then I have played Potion Permit. It's not really my thing. I think it's, out of all of the like potion sort of flavored games, it's the least interesting to me, unfortunately. Yeah, the Tenants, and then oh shoot. Oh my god, what was it called? Oh my god, I don't even think I've downloaded it yet. There's another game that wants to test out their Twitch integration with us, so. Potion flavored game. There's a lot of, look, there are a ton of games that are all like, you make potions. That's like the framework of the game, right? How the mechanics are, all of that sort of stuff. That's all over the place. There's all different ways to like go at it, but you make potions is like a really common game theme currently. Yeah, they're fun. Look, they're very fun. I like them, and I think people have done some creative things with them as well. No, for real. Some of the people that I talked to about the Twitch integration stuff were literally like, we saw how well the Cult of the Lamb Twitch integration did. We want to figure out what kind of Twitch integration makes sense for our game, right? But that takes some testing to see what works and what makes sense, what people engage with. It's hard to, you know, have that information if people aren't streaming with it, you know, so. Oh. At least we've moved on from zombies in every game. For now. Zombies will make a comeback, I'm convinced. Yeah, I think, you know, as a developer, hearing that people loved the Twitch integration in a game so much that they were really upset when it didn't work, that's interesting to a developer for sure. Like, oh fuck. Will you play more Hobbs Barrow? No, but I encourage you to. I think that game is really interesting. I really, really like it. That's one of the games that I plan on finishing when we take a week off. Also, SCP Secret Files, I think, was really interesting. I actually really, really liked that game as well. Definitely the best made SCP game that I've played, for sure. We got a decent way into Hobbs Barrow, and I really, really liked it. For anybody who's like, I don't like scary games, I get that. I would say Hobbs Barrow is more like unsettling. It's like creepy. I thought it was really interesting. Really, really liked it. People said it's around 7 hours long. So it's doable, you know, without like a huge commitment. But yeah. Did you play it on stream? SCP? Yeah, I played it on stream. There's definitely a VOD of it somewhere on Twitch. I don't bother to delete anything, so. Yeah, we got up through what? We did like three, I think 3 major like stories in there. We were about to start the 4th and then I had to go. When is Dooger's next stream? Tomorrow. Tomorrow at 11 a.m. England time. But we also have Godforged tonight. Oh my god. So Godforged currently, I'm gonna try to figure out how to talk about this without spoiling Godforged right now. We're coming up on the end of Godforged, right? So like this episode is gonna be very like player character focused. So Joe's been sending us all kinds of messages, like tons of messages asking us all kinds of questions and like, you know, planning stuff out with all of us individually. I think that it's gonna be really fun, but I'm also in my mind going, I really need to keep everything straight, you know? I thought there was a stream break tomorrow. No, a Wednesday. Wednesday is the start of the stream break. I will be here Monday, Tuesday. This is a water fountain. That little dot right there, there's water pouring out from that. Cats are more drawn to found water, but also moving water, which is why cat fountains are so popular. That's why people get them. Also, someone did a voltage test on one. This exact one, which was so weird to me. Someone did a voltage test to see if you have a cat fountain plugged in all the time, how much power it's draining. It uses less power. If it's plugged in all the time, it uses less power than a charger does when it's not even charging anything. So, so hey, get a cat fountain. My cats definitely drink more water now that I have the fountain. I also add a little bit of water into their normal food, which sometimes they seem jazzed about and other times they hate. Cats are an enigma sometimes. Yeah, they're pretty energy efficient somehow. Wild. What's your brand, huh? Pet Libro. What was somebody asking? I missed it. Are you doing D&D or Super Cousin Time on your break? Not Super Cousin Time. I do plan on doing D&D, yeah. Because... So, this Monday we're still on. That's when Hellions happens. So yeah, I'm gonna do Hellions. Deadbeats I'm gonna do because we had to skip. We had a short episode and we had to skip a week. So I don't want to skip Deadbeats. And then Godforged, both Sam and I are on. I think we both plan on being on Godforged. But then the following Hellions I'll be skipping. Don't spoil stuff about D&D. Some people haven't watched the episodes yet. You're not in trouble. You're just getting rid of the message so people don't see it. Where can I watch it? Which would you like to watch? I'm on 3 different D&D shows. They were just put in chat. Godforged is the one that's almost finished. It happens tonight. It's like a big ol' high fantasy romp. I play a chaotic rabbit person, and then the second one is Deadbeats. That's the one that's like a cop drama, and I play a good boy cop. It's my first time playing just like a full-on paladin, and I'm still trying to get used to it, figure out what it is I'm meant to do. And the third one is Hellions, which is like a time loop game. All of us are like kids at Adventure Academy, basically. And we're caught in a time loop. And we're trying to figure out why and what's going on. So yeah, they're all very fun. Somebody asked which one is your favorite. I don't have a favorite. I'm feeling very like heartachy about Godforged, knowing it's about to end, because we've been doing Godforged for so long. The last time I felt like this was when I knew that Misdemeanor was about to end, and I got very attached to that character. So, you know, it's just bittersweet. It's like awesome to have a campaign end, to like have the whole story happen and have it come to like its natural conclusion. I think that's awesome, to the privilege of being in a campaign and seeing it end naturally is so cool. But you know, it's also sad. I'm like, man, I love Fabia. It's gonna be sad when I'm not playing Fabia anymore, you know? Can't pick a favorite between your fantasy children. Exactly. I'm hyper attached to all of them. So. The parent answer. I just can't. There's no way I could choose. You know? There's no way I could choose. The one I've been on the least amount of time is Hellions. Hellions has been such an interesting game, though. Like, our DM really was like, all right, Cracks Knuckles, I'm gonna make a story so confusing and yet so interesting. I'm gonna have you asking so many fucking questions at the end of every session. You'll find another campaign to fill the slot quickly. I don't plan to be honest. I plan on not immediately joining another game. Because again, I'm trying to like figure out where the wall is for me, right? So, yeah. I know, yeah. Like I said, it was like a week or a week and a half ago or something that I was doing a cry, and Sam looked at my schedule and was like, why the fuck are you putting streams in literally every free moment that you have? I was like, I don't know. Sometimes you just don't. I've said this before, but sometimes you don't realize that you're doing it until someone points it out to you, you know? I yell at Sam about his work-life balance all the time, and he was like, You're doing the same shit. You're doing the, like, you're literally, if you're not being a mom, you're streaming and then immediately passing out and going to sleep. Like, what is this, you know? So, yeah. So that's why I'm thinking so much about, like, do I want to do Neon Divide? I adore Neon Divide, but I don't know if it's good for me, you know? When Godforged ends, maybe I won't join a campaign for a long time. Maybe I'll just focus on the 2 that I'm in, you know? So. It's also sometimes a really good, this is gonna sound weird. Sometimes a really good way for me to guilt myself in doing something is to be like, do I want Clark to model this behavior? I ask myself that a lot, and it always makes me go, no. Joe did also say it might only be a 2-month gap. What? Why did Sam think it was going to be a few months? Like, he definitely thought it was going to be longer than that. It's a great way of thinking. It is. I think about that a lot with, like, conflict resolution. If I'm hemming and hawing about, like, how to tackle a situation or like a conversation I need to have, I'll try to think to myself, like, okay, how would I want Clark to tackle this? What do I want Clark to see me doing? Or, like, you know, what sort of behavior do I want Clark to see in me? It helps. It really does help. Because there are plenty of things that I do where I'm like, well, I don't want Clark to do that. You know? So instead of being the, like, do as I say, not as I do parent, I'm trying to be the, like, I'll switch up how I do shit so that hopefully you replicate good things I do and not bad things I do. Think about what you would advise a friend to do in your situation can be helpful. Yeah, that's another thing that I think people think about that all the time. The like advice friend. A lot of people know that person, or maybe you are that person where you're like, I give great advice to people. I will never take that advice for myself, but I give other people great advice. It's like, okay, if you were your friend, would you be pissed at you? Maybe. It's amazing how it's so easy to give advice when you're not the one in need of it. Well, like, I think there's a lot of variables there. There's, like, you will always see the situation you're in differently than a third party will see it, right? When you're in a thing, you've created so much extra weird, like, context and stuff to everything that you do and everything that, like, the other people involved in the situation do. And a person from the outside is sometimes able to see something for more of what it is. I do think sometimes a person can look at a situation and not have all of the information, right? And make a split second, like, judgment call without knowing the situation that the people involved are in. But yeah, you know, that's why, like, I'm very grateful when people give me advice, but it's important to also, you know, trust what you know about the situation. Hi. Sometimes less info is better. Yeah. Sometimes. Sometimes. I know. The cats have made so many, have said hello so much. Oh. Everybody used to complain about not seeing the cats, and now you see them all the time. Look, sometimes change is good, is all I'm saying. How's this doing? It's healing up nice, huh? Oh, I have so much cat. No lint roller? No lint roller, no. I need to get the sticky buddy. I need to get the sticky buddy. I got a Maine Coon mix a year ago. My clothes have never known peace ever since. Yeah, I made the really cool choice of having a black cat and a white cat, so no clothes are safe. One of them will show up on whatever you're wearing, no matter what. I know, I heard about Ko's cat. I hope they find them. Ko's cat is missing, apparently. Sam might be getting sick. It is his turn. Clarky's always first, and then it's me, and then it's Sam. I got those sticky paw things that go in the washer and dryer with the clothes. It helps a lot with fur. I've seen those. Yeah, they tumble around and they grab all the cat hair. I've seen those. Do they work? Hasn't he suffered enough? No. The universe always has more for Sam. Always. Yeah, well, that's one of the reasons why, like, I did take Clark to that first birthday, but I wore a mask because I was like, we're all parents of 4-year-olds here. Look, we don't need exposure to more germs. Not a single one of us needs that. The kids started pre-K this fall. We've been sick since the first day of school. It's misery. Yeah, it's awful. Oh man. I'm trying to remember. There was some kind of a statistic that like if you have a little kid in school, you're probably sick at least once a month. It's like too often. That's too often for me. Based on my coworker, I believe it. He's sick at least once a month. Yeah. When Clark started going to nursery, we were like, ugh. Because she never got sick before that because we were in our precious bubble, you know? In LA, no one ever looked after her except us. So, bubble, she never got sick. Moved to England, lockdown, bubble. We were all fine, obviously, not interacting with anybody. She started nursery, bro. It got bad so fast. Our bodies got that refresher, dude. Yeah, she's just chilling. She's like, hello, I've started peeing on the couch again. Yay, aren't I cute? You are, you're very cute. You're a very cute mess, my darling. Yay! It did it. It did the thing. I know. Our couch is cursed now. Our couch is just a graveyard now. There's nothing we can do about it. I have to just burn it. That's all I can do. Yeah, well, Sam tried to... you should have the Gatorade. Get them electrolytes in your body. Thank you, my love. Appreciate you.
Interesting. What do we have here? They look like wedges, and yet they are crinkle cut. Interesting. And what is this? Some sort of a sweet chili sauce? Yes. That is what it looks like, yes. Interesting.
Watson's like, what are you eating? What are you eating? Her little nose. Reclaim the territory with Febreze. Yeah. Like, I haven't tried everything. Every possible thing. Reclaim the area? That just makes cats go, oh, I see what's going on here. I see what's happening here. You're trying to challenge? You're trying to challenge me? You think? You think? What is a sandwich? What did Sam get me? What is this? Oh, interesting. I still can't tell. I still can't tell what's in it. Oh, it's like a beef something. Oh my god. I haven't had a beef sandwich. Roast beef? Is that roast beef? Holy shit. I haven't had a roast beef sandwich since I was a kid, I think. I really hate Subway's, like, vegetarian options. Basically, the only good vegetarian option at Subway, in my opinion, is just put all the vegetables on it. Just make me a vegetable sandwich, right? For some reason, they can't figure out how to make... They have, like, a veggie patty thing for their sandwiches that is not good. It does not taste good. So it's not that I mind a vegetable sandwich, but, like, it's just kind of boring. They don't taste like anything. And for some reason, the Subways here, in terms of, like, how they top a sandwich, in America, you can just be like, put oil, vinegar, salt and pepper on that thing, and I'll be good. It's just weirder here. It just doesn't taste the same here. So I don't like just even a vegetable sandwich here. So Sam was like, what do you want? I was like, I don't know, man. Just give me whatever. So that's why this is a mystery sandwich today. Halloumi and I are like, we get along sometimes. Less sugar and oil and vinegar. Yeah, I guess. Sure. Yeah. The oil, vinegar, salt, and pepper mixture that goes on my sandwich. It's sugar-free, so I hate it now. Less sugar in the bread. Yeah, but the bread's not what I'm talking about. I'm used to the bread here. I've been here for almost 3 years now. Yeah, halloumi is like really salty. So sometimes I don't like it very much. That's pretty good. Are you going to FanFest in London next year? Oh my god, maybe? I never pay attention to FanFest stuff. I never pay attention to FanFest. Halloumi is a type of cheese. Be such an easy option for them to do halloumi. I didn't want to like hardcore say like they don't do halloumi at Subway because I honestly can't remember. I just don't always go for halloumi, so I do like falafel. I like falafel a lot. Clark used to really like falafel, and now doesn't like it very much. And part of me wonders if she might like making it. It's soup season now, so I want to teach Clarky how to make a couple different soups. Falafel are like chickpea patties. They're normally like little disc shapes like this. They're like falafel formers that you can get that make them like a small disc shape. They're great. We have had a fruit fly problem. I don't know if it's specifically just fruit flies or if it's also drain flies, but they're driving me crazy. They don't go away. Yeah, we need to do the whole thing. I need to just boil a bunch of water, pour it down the drain, kill all the eggs. And just like deep clean the kitchen, I guess. But it feels like if I throw anything in my little waste bin that even has the scent of food still on it, there'll be a fruit fly in here. And I'm like, bro, go away. Come on, man. Haven't we been around each other enough? You're smothering me. Falafel are ball shaped. Round falafel I have never had. I've only ever had falafel that's shaped kind of like this. It's like about this size and it's sort of like just slightly disc shaped like this. I don't think I've ever had round falafel. I can only speak to my experience, guys. I'm not trying to like... I'm not trying to Berenstain Bears all of you and be like, they've always been disc patties. Does Clarky watch movies yet? Clarky finally is at an age where she kind of follows movies. For a while there, she just didn't have the patience for it, which is totally fair. But now, yeah, like we watched Coco together. We watched Coco for the first time, which, by the way, that was the other thing that totally fucked me. So I kept being told, like, be careful watching Coco, especially to Sam. Be careful watching Coco because it's just sad. If you're a parent, it's gonna like hit pretty hard. So we were like, okay, but Sam kept playing this like Disney music playlist, and it had Coco songs on it, and Clark loved them. And we were like, we've never watched Coco. And she was like, we should watch Coco, right? So Clark and I one day, I want to say like last weekend or something, or maybe it was 2 weekends ago. I think it was just last weekend. We watched Coco together. And there's a point, I'm not going to spoil Coco, but there's a point in that movie where I looked over, this is the first time this has ever happened. I looked over and Clark was crying, watching a movie. Has never happened. And I was like, are you okay, honey? And she was like, I want to hug daddy. So Sam came in and watched the end of the movie with us and cuddled her while we watched the movie because she got so upset about a part of the movie. Yeah, it was very empathetic for a 4-year-old. For her to be watching this movie and like have that sort of a reaction. I was like, oh my goodness, my poor baby. I don't think it helps that I was also crying, but like we've watched plenty of like fucking Tangled makes me cry, you know, like we've watched plenty of movies where I've just been sobbing on the couch and she's been like, mommy's crying, you know, and it's like, it's just whatever. This is the first time that we watched a movie together and we were both crying and I was like, oh honey. So yeah, Sam just like sat on the couch and cuddled her while we watched the rest of the movie, which was very funny for Sam because he had no idea, he had no context, did not know what was going on in this movie at all. But it was a very cute movie. We both really liked it, and now Clark's obsessed with the music. She already liked the music, but now she loves it, which is very fun.
Sam did not cry, no. Because again, he had zero context. But also, I don't know if it's an investment thing. I think Sam gets very invested in media. He just doesn't cry as often as I do, you know. Well, it's been interesting, like, I have a few friends who are on T now, and all of them have talked about how it's harder for them to cry now, which I find so interesting, because I think culturally we talk a lot about, not saying that I don't also know, you know, plenty of guys who cry a lot, just like I do, right? But I think culturally it's really easy for us to be like, oh, well, you know, men are conditioned to feel like they can't cry or shouldn't cry. But it's interesting that, like, there might also be a hormonal aspect to it. Oh, sorry. On T, like testosterone, because they're transitioning. Since starting testosterone treatment, it's definitely changed. As a trans girl who's taking E, yeah, it's very much easier to cry. I think that's so interesting. Yeah, so I'm not saying there isn't a societal aspect to it. There 100% is, but there is also a hormonal part, you know? Yeah, I'm sorry. Me forgetting that, like, tea as a beverage exists. Everybody's like, she has friends who drink tea and they can't cry anymore. Depression meds can also change that kind of stuff. A lot of it is body chemicals in the individual. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm sorry. Me just making it, like, so confusing to follow. It was an accidente. I didn't do it on purpose. Yeah, somebody made a PowerPoint of, like, all of the moments that they've cried in the last month. Maybe some of you saw that TikTok. They were like, "Hello, I'm here to present to you all of the moments that I've cried this month. Total numbers of times that I've cried, 43." And they made, like, a big, like, stat breakdown of, like, all of the times that they cried and why, and for what period of time, for, like, how long they were crying. I was like, oh my god. I don't know if I would love or hate to track, like, what makes me cry, because I cry very easily. And I don't know that I would want to go back through and be like, that made me cry. Why? Mm-hmm. That's so weird. It's like people who take pictures of themselves crying. I don't think it's like that at all. sometimes, so this, you know, in the end wound up being like a funny PowerPoint that somebody could do on TikTok. But like sometimes people find it really helpful to track emotional triggers, to try and figure out like what it is that causes them to behave in certain ways. So sometimes it's to like help understand yourself better. That's the reason why you're doing it. So that could be why they were doing it initially. And then they were like, it's actually pretty funny how often I'm crying over, you know, TikToks. I never kept up with it, but a while back, I was told something that might be helpful for me because I can get very paranoid sometimes. Was to try and track when I feel myself like thinking about something irrational that could happen, right? If I'm just in my house and everything's totally fine, and then suddenly I have a thought like, fuck, what if there's a fire upstairs? You know, like just weird thoughts like that. Trying to track like why I had that thought or like how often I'm thinking those things. What I was doing at the time, like if there's a, you know, activity or inactivity, you know, if when I'm just like sitting not doing anything, if that's when I tend to spiral, like that kind of stuff, like trying to figure those sorts of things out about myself. That would be a situation in which I would track those things, you know. Tracking my intrusive thoughts made my OCD so much more manageable. My like thinking like that got really bad once I had Clark. I used to think things like that about myself occasionally, you know? I remember a long time ago, a really long time ago, there was a coffee time where I was talking about how I had basically booby-trapped my house because I was going to be alone in the house, and I started like really worrying about being alone in the house for the first time because it was like a decent-sized house and a lot of us shared it. But I was by myself, and so I was like, yeah, you know, I did things like I put bottles along all of the windows, so if somebody was climbing in the window, the glass would break, you know, like things like that. And a few people were like, that is such overkill, like that's so weird. But it's because I was sitting around spiraling, thinking about all of the things that could go wrong while I was by myself, right? So in those situations, it was like, I know why I was thinking about that stuff. It's because I was really worried about being home alone. And so I was just thinking about all of the different ways that something could go wrong. But once I had Clark, it got so much worse because it's no longer me like worrying about myself. It's me worrying about like this sweet, innocent, small child that I, you know, the second that I decided to get pregnant, decided that I was going to keep them safe, you know? And so I have like weird, intrusive thoughts and worries all the time now. And sometimes they get really bad. And so, yeah, it's been brought up to me, like, if you tracked when those things happen, it could help you sort of figure out why you thought about that thing. So yeah, it sucks. It does suck. I know that they're irrational, but in the moment it's hard. Like I watched a video, oh my God, I watched a video about somebody was like, the reason that you should always keep all of your doors shut in your house is because if there is some sort of like an explosion or a fire or something that happens, like a gas leak or whatever, if something happens in your house and there's a small explosion, doors will protect the room, right? So it was a video of a house just fucked up and they opened a door and the bedroom was totally fine. And so they were like, just, you know, FYI, keep all the doors shut at night. If something happens, the people in the bedrooms will be safe. And my immediate first thought was, but if something happens in Clark's room, I can't hear her if I keep the doors shut. You know, which is so silly. Like, like, but what if something's happening in Clark's room and I can't hear her? I have to keep the doors open. Because, like, I used to have a little speaker in her room. But I don't use it anymore because she's getting old enough now where I want her to, like, understand privacy and that she has privacy, right? That her room is her space, and if she doesn't want me listening to her, I won't listen to her, right? Which is how I think it should be. But now I'm like, but if all the doors have to be shut to protect my child from an explosion. Nah. So, you know, what are you gonna do? I keep her door open if she asks me to. But I keep my door open all the time. All the time. Yeah, I guess that's fair. Every generation of parents is going to have stuff that they're worried about, you know? And things that they're trying to protect their kids from, for sure. But yeah. But saying, like, explosions don't happen often, kidnappings don't happen often, that doesn't help paranoid thinking. That doesn't fix it, you know? Like, I know that these things are irrational to worry about. I know that I am taking the precautions that make sense. But in the moment of, like, worrying about a thing, it doesn't really matter if it's irrational or not, you know? I know, yeah, I just wanted to, like, because it wasn't just you, quite a few people were like, yeah, because explosions happen all the time. Yeah, I was watching a video, obviously this isn't my situation, but I was watching a video of someone with schizophrenia. We have a history of schizophrenia in our family. But I was watching a video of somebody who was talking about their schizophrenia and how it's extremely frustrating for them because they'll be talking about, like, things that in the moment they, like, 100% fully believe. And someone will always be like, but you're a scientist. How could you believe that? They're like, right. I also have schizophrenia, though, right? Like, this, it doesn't matter for what's going on with my brain at the time. It doesn't matter if this like science part of my head is going, that's not happening. The schizophrenic part of my head believes that it is. So that, you know, that surpasses in the moment. But yeah, brains are weird. I don't remember how we got here. Oh, we were talking about the person who tracks how often they cry. God damn, we took a real deep dive, didn't we? Yeah, let me wrap up. I need to wrap up. Sorry guys, we got on a tangent. Yeah, I know it did. Yeah, okay, I have to go because we have to go grab our child and cut her hair. Oh my gosh, she's so excited. She's getting her hair cut today. Okay. Let's open this. Had a couple Valentines today. And we have a raid leader. Fantastic. We are ready to go. And Drillian said, I hit a personal milestone in my art this week. It's partly thanks to the amazing chill vibes of the community keeping me sane on the weekly and the inspirational creative energy on the Discord. Thank y'all for being awesome. We read that earlier, but it's worth reading again. And Hugh said, I always say the same message. I've been following since you got Sherlock. I wanted to say thanks for being a kind, warm place for your viewers. I love your content. Thanks everybody in the community for being great as well. Thank you, Hugh. I'm glad you feel that way. Clark with the fresh cut. Oh my God, she's not going to be doing this anymore. She's not going to be trying to like get her hair out of her face all the time anymore. She was like, I want bangs. You got it, kid. You got it, darling. You deserve freedom. All right. Dawn Seeker, thank you for the 89 months. Talua for the 11. Jerry Reg for the 34. Barathi for the 70. Dahobo for the 32. Brahmancer for the 7. Missy for the 32. Natera for the 22. Statchy for the 60. Happy 5 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Happy 5 years. Thank you so much, Statchy. Uriziel, thank you for the 14. Goron for the 31. Tetsu for the 42. Crimson J, thank you again for all the gifted subs. Alaska Winter for the 21. Bacon for the 2 years. Happy anniversary. 1, 2. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Bowseron, thank you again for subscribing. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Poldy for the 58. Poison in the Milk for the 6. Siren, thank you again for the raid. Calcary, thank you for the 6. Sunflower Angarad for the 32. Anon Giles for the 62. Space Pirate Pluto for the 19. Again, I cannot say that whole name. I'm so sorry, but thank you very much for subscribing. Stay Ashy for the 69. Will Wall for the 68. Fatal for All for the 79. Gerentium for the 39. Bromanity for the 58. Real Al Gamer for the 62. A Thorn for the 35. Soul Edgar for the 86. Johan Leafheart for the 40. Erwinga for the 23. Miko Edit for the 4 years. Happy anniversary. 1, 2, 3, 4. And Suchi for the 29. Thank you guys so much. Let's see. What? Checking out the person we're rating. Doing Gardic phone. I've still never done this with people. It looks so fun though. Art Womble. So we're gonna go say hi to. Thanks for watching, guys. Again, we have Godforge tonight. So if you would like to watch that, that's on Joe Fudge's channel at 9 p.m. England time. And then tomorrow I will be streaming again at 11 a.m. But my week off starts on Wednesday, so I'll only be here for Monday, Tuesday, and then Sam and I are taking a week off together. So, yeah, figure out what it is that we're gonna do. I'll still put out a schedule and stuff. So, take care, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Boom! Bye bye.